Welcome back to my Let's Play for Pokemon Gold, my baby run. It's time to get working on Clair's Dragon Gym. Yeah, this is gonna be a pain in my butt, probably. Especially Kingdra. The Dragonairs I got no fear of whatsoever. I imagine only chance is gonna walk in there and be like, Ice Punch, and they'll just keel over dead. But Kingdra, he's always a pain in the butt to deal with, I swear. The fact he takes neutral damage from Ice just makes him that extra little bit of annoying, you know? Because the other two, or I should say three, because I guess she has three Dragonairs, if I remember correctly right now, can be easily exploited with Ice Punch. Kingdra, not so much. You have to plan around Kingdra. It's like dealing with Miltank or something, you know? You have to come prepared for it, which just blows. Though at least we can make some money here, because I picked up a few revives in advance for Kingdra. Just to make sure, I have some way to bring Onichan back into the fight. I'm not sure how well they're going to work, but hey, I got them. I might be using some switch-ins too. After all, Kingdra does know Hyper Beam, so if I switch in someone that's weaker, I can let them eat the attack and then go on the offensive afterwards. Or if it gets lucky and misses, I can try and put it to sleep with Sing, I suppose. If I can get Kingdra to sleep, I can definitely tear it a new one. It's just pulling it off. And no, I'm not using the Nevermelt Ice right now. After all, it's just easier to keep the Amulet Coin in there for the extra cash. Making money is really important at the moment. I really need that extra cash, man. You can't afford to lose, eh? I don't know if you really have a choice in the matter, because I'm gonna try and beat you, you know? Ah, Seadra. That's definitely a bit more threatening than some. But I think Psychic's still gonna tear it a new one. Let's face it, Psychic powers are just too great back in the day. They're just too strong. Disgusted with yourself for losing? I can understand that. I got my pride too, after all. Yeah, Shucky, help me out here. Okay. Let's get these boulders out of the way. At this rate, this might just be one episode, to be honest. Maybe. Yeah, I know. Some of you guys use Horse Seeds because you can't evolve them into Kingdras just yet. Because you either lack a King's Rock or you can't find anyone willing to trade with you. Or at least trade you your Pokemon back. Because, it'd be a real shame if someone stole it, right? It's about the only reason L-Kit would be kind of useful here, is considering it has Ice and Thunder Punch. It can bounce back and forth between what you needed, really. Another Seadra. Well, we'll just hit with Psychic again. At least dragons aren't resistant to Psychic powers, at least. When I was doing the grass run, this was a real pain because they could nerf my grass attacks, darn it. I suppose on the plus side, you could always set them up on Leech Seed, I guess. And Sleep Powder. And just basically try and bleed them to death while they're unconscious. Difficult, but not impossible. Normally I'd skip you, but I want the extra experience right now. I really do. Okay, so for a powerful team with ice abilities, this isn't too bad. The flying team's sort of screwed on that front, though. It doesn't have anyone that can use ice, really. Lady has Ice Punch, but let's face it, it doesn't have the stats to really back it up. At all. Which is really frustrating. Okay. Probably gonna reach level 41 by the time we get to Clair, though. After all, we got one more trainer to go through. They are, huh? Dragons are definitely an interesting type. But rather mythical class of creatures in most RPGs and stuff. And I suppose back in the old days, you know, dragons were pretty uncommon, let's face it. Dratini is a pretty rare catch in the Savari zone. And it was a pain to get a hold of because, you know, you can only catch it with a Super Rod effectively, and even then it's a very rare occurrence it'd pop up. And then you had to use those Safari Balls on it, which, you know, have a terrible capture rate. You know, they only catch, you know, the same sort of rate as a Pokeball. And then you had the option, you know, of using, like, food and stuff and throwing rocks, and, like, the chance of you catching one was pretty low. It's a sad day. I mean, I've done it before, but it's very time-consuming. It's a lot easier just to cheat yourself one, you know? And then copy a bunch of Master Balls using the missing no glitch and stuff. Some might call that really cheap, but hey, it was a way forward, I suppose. And no, you're not allowed to evolve. Though we probably will be heading back to the Pokemon Center here. After all, I'm gonna want a full charge of my psychic abilities, since it's the only option that's probably gonna hurt Kingdra the most. I mean, Psychic's slightly more powerful, and, you know, it's gonna do neutral damage just like Ice Punch would. If I had a super effective punch for it, I would definitely use it, but dragons block electrical attacks, if I remember correctly, so even Thunder Punch gets neutral damage on Kingdra. It only has really two weakness spots, dragons and fairies don't even exist yet. So yeah, Kingdra's definitely got some decent defenses for a dragon when it comes to blocking the usual threats, for the most part. Dragonite's probably still a better overall Pokemon, though. After all, it gets Outrage, so it can just tear through Kingdra that way. Or at least it should be able to. And yeah, I'm hoping the revives can carry me through here. At least they better, you know? Okay, let's do this. I honestly thought this was gonna take longer, but I guess not. Yeah, because dragons are so gosh darn broken. They resist so much that they're just difficult to deal with if you don't have ice moves. And even then you got Kingdra, which nerfs even that advantage. So the only real threat she has to worry about is effectively, you know, her own, mentor. That's it. And I don't have Perish Song yet, so I can't use that against Kingdra, assuming it was her last Pokemon. I wished I could use that as an option, because it would be ironic, you know? Of course, she's going to use Kingdra pretty early on here. I'm probably going to just switch out, though. Why would I do it this way? Well, I assume she's going to use Hyper Beam in order to take out Smoochum really fast. And this way I can get a chance to, you know, hit without being worrying about an attack coming my way. It's cheap, but yeah, I just sacrificed Chuchan for a chance to get free Psychic Blast off. I'm quite the jerk, aren't I? Chuchan's like, that wasn't fair. Like, yeah, I know it wasn't fair. I'm guessing she's gonna do it again. Most likely. Called it. Goodbye, Puffy. You tried so hard. Okay. Another Psychic Blast. She's gonna use the Hyper Potion next, I already know that. So she can't attack me this turn, but she's gonna do it afterwards. Which sucks. Though she is running out of Hyper Beams at this point. Okay, we're gonna do another switch. By the time this is all said and done, I'm gonna basically have sacrificed my entire team just to keep Oni-chan in the fight for as long as possible. Jeez, this is a brutal way to win. Okay. My poor babies. They're being torn apart. Well, since I'm faster, I might as well land the killing blow now. I could switch in and let Zerg take a hit for me, but I don't have to do that, so let's not do that. Okay? Oh, darn. I guess this would be technically a 4-on-4 match, effectively. Not particularly fair one, I guess. Had to make 3 sacrifice flies just to take down 1 Pokemon. Just darn. But they did their job well, I thank them. I sort of wish, you know, one of those shots missed. So Chushan could have returned with paralysis or something, but it just wasn't in the cards. But at least she's taken care of, okay? Because those Dragonairs are not going to stop Oni-chan at all. She's just going to tear him a new one. We can move on here. Of course, we still gotta do the Dragon Master Challenge, gosh darn it. No evolution for you. You'll stay forever a Smoochum. Forever. I'm not, huh? Oh, Dragon User Challenge, I'm sorry. I thought it'd be called the Dragon Master Challenge. To prove you're worthy of mastering Dragon types. Huh. And she still doesn't want to accept you. Without that badge, I can't take on the Elite Four, though. Gosh darn it. And I'm gonna have to stop after this anyway, because let's face it, I'm gonna have to switch back to Swirlpool in order to take on the challenge there. Well, that'll do for this episode. Till next time, then. See ya.